was the sweet
2.
Hello, Mercs of Mischief. Welcome to night 4 of Those Lost, a 5e homebrew campaign with these lovely people here on Mercs of Mischief. We're going to go around, do a quick intro of all of our players. We're going to review our lovely tipping system so that you guys can help our players and I tell a chaotic and dark story this lovely eve of October. We're going to go around, we're going to introduce ourselves, and then we'll get going. So hello, I'm Kai. I use he, they, she pronouns, and I will be your Dungeon Bartholomew Master. Bouncing it over to Jade.
Hey y'all, I'm Jade. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm a content creator. And I'll be playing Kaja, who uses she, they pronouns, and is, so far to our knowledge, a fallen Azamar who specializes in healing necrotic injuries. And also, she has money.
Wonderful. How about Puck?
Hello! I am Galbroscoria. I am traveling with my good friends and a bird! And I am also Puck, he, them, he, him. There we go, I got there. And that's me.
Wow, we're doing so good. We're starting off really strong, guys.
Yeah,
Next, we're going to go over to Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I play Bevan. I also am trying to make the buttons work right here. There we go. I'm also the producer here. Hi. I play Bevan, a tiefling who spends a lot of time in the creepy woods, and not a lot of time, but it's started to seem like that based on the discussions of the group. It's complicated. We're gonna get into it. And by it, I mean the creepy woods.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of people who know things about creepy woods, Pell.
Oh, hi. I'm Arcady. Pronouns are she, her, and I play Pell, who is sort of into the creepy woods, but doesn't really remember it. But right now, she's just super excited to prove to her moms that she does, in fact, have friends.
That has happened a little. Last but not least, we have Saber.
Hey everybody, I'm Saber. I do some art on the Instagram, and I'm playing a character named Cypher. My pronouns are they, them, and his pronouns are he, they. We're not sure. Very seemingly roguish, appearingly so a UNT. There's some secrets about the characters we're playing. It's fun to unravel them. So looking forward to learning more about my character today and everyone else's.
We love a secret at my table. So our lovely tipping system, you'll notice that every one of our players has a nice little gold circle, gold oval next to their picture. And what that means is how many tokens they've accumulated. It is $5 a token, Jonathan?
Yeah, for every $5 you tip, when you tip using the link, you can designate one token to any player you choose.
And that one token is a advantage roll on any d20 roll that the player chooses, but they can also accumulate and spend 5 tokens for a flashback, which is an automatic success on a roll, but they have to tell us what in the past they have done to gain that special ability. And then if we raise $100 in tips tonight, you'll see my fun little chaos meter that accumulates. And what that means is an event of chaos ensues, and I, the Dungeon Master, get to bring about bit of plot, maybe a bit of chaos, maybe give the players something new and interesting that might help them on their quest or slow them down. All depends on the dice and you, our lovely viewers. And without much further ado, we're going to do a quick recap, see what the players think has been happening over the last 3 sessions, and get right into it. So, players, would you regale us with the tale of your adventures thus far?
So far, my BFF Bevan and I met this guy Haver, who came into our town called Lort, which is kind of next to this creepy place called the Hollow. And he was like, hey, I'm from this creepy place called the Hollow. Can you take me to Tearhaven? We were like, yeah, sure, this is what we do. So we brought our new friend Haver to Tearhaven.
And after we got to Tearhaven, I like started saying, I was like, shit, and I pushed the button. And after we got to Tearhaven, we met up with angry Mr. Skullstaff and cool, strong, rich lady, and they were hanging out in Tearhaven, and so was me, Gabbro. And I was very cool and calm and told people how silly they were. They're all brothers and sisters of the earth. And then we went to Skullstaff's shitty apartment, and Haver was very sick and sad, and then everybody had a mild existential crisis, and some disagreement between Pell and Bevan. I think Bevan was sick or something. And then we went to the way nicer house of tall, strong, rich lady, and she had things that she was very poorly attempted to commit to the earth in the basement, and I took care of that. I committed them to the earth properly, and of course, we also fought a ghost book, and that ghost book was so afraid of me, Gabbro, that it ran across the library far out of my reach, and then was destroyed by the incredible power of Pell, who we shall not underestimate any further. And then we went on a road trip. Haver's not doing so good. We think that maybe he's dying a lot.
No. We discovered that he's dead. Here's where
He
I
isn't
have
a revenant.
Everybody has a very cavalier attitude, like, oh, somebody came out of the Hollow, that means we should go in. And everybody's kind of overlooking he came out of the Hollow 200 years after he thought he did, and he's dead. So
I mean, I lose track of time sometimes too.
I'm just saying, I don't know why everybody's so amped to go in there. I've been going in there on occasion in recent years, but like, I'm not happy about it. Not wild about going deeper back in, but I guess here we are. And then Skullstaff over here is a little too excited to head back in there too. If you ask me, like, they've got more familiarity with it than one probably should.
And it's Kasha's hypothesis that since the Haver is probably a revenant, that there are people inside the Hollow that are sending people out to lure. And with her forbidden knowledge, she can also assume that there might be more than just dead things residing in the Hollow. So she is very curious to find out and to write papers on it.
Is no one going to mention that we saw two very beautiful kings?
I mean,
And-
yes.
Oh yeah, they gave me a stick.
And
A very
the book
important
wasn't
stick.
frightened of you, Gabbro. And my name is Sypha.
Cypher what?
Cypher.
Oh my goodness. So you've made your way through Pottendam and north to the very small, lovely fishing village of Lorch, where we have met some interesting characters. A bird, specifically a large owl that caused a bit of a panic.
Sorry, I panicked.
Just from now on, please ask if an animal is my friend before
I'm not gonna shoot anything first now, and you're gonna die probably because of it.
Red. No bird is your friend.
I have many
and
bird friends.
it
They
turns out
lied
that
to you.
the bird belongs to Ingram, a friend of Bevan, whom Bevan has asked to receive the money that is being sent from Tearhaven. and maybe look out for Lorch. And they have agreed. And you all then, with Haver, went to visit a bakery in Lorch.
I remembered what the name of the bakery is.
Oh, yeah.
It has 2 puns.
Oh, God. Okay, lay it on us. We went
My
to go
mom-
visit.
My mom's bakery is called All You Need Is Loaf.
Right. Yes. Yes.
How very bunny.
Oof. I think my brain as a survival tactic omitted that piece of information.
Look, the puns in this bake shop are the yeast of our problems.
Oh. Okay, well, session's canceled. No.
Enough with these yolks.
Oh, okay. Wow. Psychic damage to the dungeon master, I see. You have met Pel's lovely mothers who have doted upon you and have provided you with food, a nice place to sit and talk, and Pel got the chance to explain what they mean by book ghost to her moms. That's where we will rejoin our story. Somewhat concerned, but contented with the answer of what a book ghost is. Pel's moms have gone back to seeing to the bakery as some other people have come in. And you all are left to your own devices in All You Need Is Loaf.
I don't know where to go from there.
Sorry I broke everyone before session
Yikes.
started.
So, Pel, is it okay if I tried some of your parents' goods? I
yeah, of
am
course.
really, really partial to sweets.
Yeah, you can have as many as you'd like. I mean, it's a bakery. This is what we do.
All right, then. I think Kasha's gonna walk off and literally grab one of everything in the store. She'll
They
pay
start
for it.
putting things in your hands and fully refuse to take your money, because at this point you've gathered that these 2 women are Pel has friends plural, not just the one friend, and they are over the moon and just really, you have really high insight. You understand that Pel has not had a lot of friends, and that these 2 women are so excited that you have taken an interest in they think their whole world revolves around this beautiful woman, and they just think the world of her. And so they're like, someone else sees what we see. So thank you. Please take as many of these as you want.
And you're big and strong and look like you can take a hit.
Yeah.
Which is a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do something unconventional. Can I try and sneak pay into?
Please.
What role would that be?
Sleight of hand.
All right. Not sneaky at all, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, there's probably no modifier. 14.
They are distracted. They are helping a few local kids and one adult a little overwhelmed at the counter, and Ina is handing you sweets and turns around, and you see that she turns around and starts to help the other guests as well, and you just very cleanly slip it around, and there is just a little box on the other side of the counter that you know where it is, and it just kind of very gently falls in.
Good. Now I'm going to be stuffing myself with these lovely baked goods.
All of them are made with loaf.
Oh God. What was I gonna say? Pal. You have. So wait. Above game. You haven't told them yet where we're going, have you?
Your parents? No.
I
I think we told them that I think what we've told them is probably that we met with the kings and they've sent us on this really important mission, but we've left out the details.
Yeah. So as everybody's sort of meeting, Ida and sorry, what's the other one's name?
Kenneth.
I'll kind of pull Pell aside. Are you going to tell them?
I mean, yeah, eventually, probably closer to when we're already
Sure.
leaving, half out the door, preferably. But yeah.
All right.
Did you think I wouldn't?
I just thought you would sooner. I just thought you'd open with it, so there was chance to talk about it.
What's there to talk about?
Maybe they want to come with.
I look over at them and like they're not the adventuring type at all.
Yes.
I just got like these sweet cherubic cheeks, and like first of
Come
all,
with
they are
us to this
pale.
terrible place.
and sweet soft-skinned bakers.
You don't want me to come to the hollow with you, but you want them to come to the hollow with you.
No, I'm just curious if that's like a judgment call you're trying to make for them.
Are you trying to be mean?
I'm a little bit trying to be mean. Yeah.
Why? You already hurt me once. What's the point of being mean now, Bevan?
I'm trying to get you to understand why I wouldn't bring it up so much.
I understand. And I still think it was stupid. And I'm still kind of mad about it. But I do understand.
I gotta grab something from my cabin. You wanna
Okay.
come with?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is really good bread. Really good
Yeah.
bread.
Pretty delicious.
Yeah, wow,
Just
delicious
having the bread.
Guys, be nice, alright? Please be
I am always
respectful.
nice. Except to birds, because they are cruel and shifty.
Sure. And actually, Ida, do you need any help? Do you need anything moved or anything while you got some extra hands?
Well, we do have that wood pile, but I couldn't. No.
You can.
Keep
Nonsense. You absolutely can. We will totally help with that. I'll be right back. Pal and I gotta go
will
grab
bury
something.
The wood pile.
But
I
when
have
we get
2
back,
hands.
we'll take care
Did
of
you
that
just
because
say
we might.
bury the wood pile? We just need to move it. It's up in
Yeah.
the shed, and
He
the
meant
oven
to
is.
move. I think he meant to move. You meant to move.
I did
Gabbro.
not. I meant bury.
He.
Please
Well,
don't
you know,
bury
yeah,
the
bro.
wood
You know
pile.
how trees have a lot of air in them. They absorb
Yes.
air, right? Well, they like to get the air out first before they return it to the earth. So let them burn it before they bury it.
Very well.
All right.
I will move.
Sorry about him. Yeah.
I actually
We'll
kind of
be back to
like
help.
him. Pal,
All right.
you get a little wink from your mom. I was just like, this is weird, and I like it.
Give her like a subtle two thumbs up. I know, right? This is weird, and I like it. I don't know why nobody else is excited about this.
Yeah. And Ina will show you all the wood shed that is a decent ways behind the bakery that Pell, while you know where it is, you've never been asked to move wood from the woodshed to the
Never.
kitchen, because that would be a mistake.
Yes, it would.
But there's a very large stockpile that every so often they pay someone strong enough in town to move wood from the woodshed to the kitchens. And yeah, she shows you the wood pile. And if you guys are interested in helping, then she will take the help.
Gosh, will help.
All right. I'm just gonna pile on as much as I can. Just
I
like
mean, it's also like not a huge town, so if there's anything else you want to do and explore, it's like you can probably see everything in town from the main square.
I'm going to try and one trip this wood pile.
We'll be back.
I don't
in
understand
15
why we're
minutes.
doing this at all.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick some stuff up.
Gabbro, for funsies, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
I hoped you would.
Please roll an athletics check.
All right. Normal roll. Athletics. 22.
All right.
I did pretty good.
Yeah, you walk over and Gabbro, can talk a lot. But Gabbro can lift a lot too. And boy, he walks up a good armful of really heavy wood. Like at least 2 of Pell's weight in wood.
You guys are all gonna get adopted by my mom.
Yeah. And Ina leads you to the door where Kennick just throws the kitchen door open. It's like, come on in.
All right, now where are we taking the wood?
Yeah, and she shows you to the wood stockpile inside that could use a few layers of wood added onto it. We'll come back to all you need is Loaf in a bit. Bevan, Belle.
Yeah. So yeah, we're heading over to Bevan's cabin, which is probably just closer to the edge of the Bassett Forest, or like towards there on the edge of town. To get some stuff, since
Love it.
didn't initially plan to head out into the woods. In Bevan's cabin, I think it's very much like the sort of place that would be put up for a season. If like some woodcutters or a hunting party was going somewhere deep into the bush. But he's been living there for a good 6 years now. Just felt like it was time to have his own place when he moved out of Pell's family's house, and that's kind of just where he went to. But as you go up, and it's just a little bit lifted off, and it's basically like a small one-room cabin. And out in front there are, traps and ropes and stuff hanging, and possibly even like a pelt or two, though I imagine there's someone else who does a lot of the tanning. But Bevan always insists on like doing the initial processing first, because like if the tanner does the skinning, then they waste too much meat, and if the butcher does the skinning, they fuck up the hide, and it's just wasteful. You can go for that. So he does it himself and separates them off. And yeah, as they're going up, and Pell, you've obviously been here before. We go in. All right. So in one of these trips, I found something. Well, here, just have a look. And he pulls out from like hidden behind a floorboard or something. Pulls up. It's a little box. And does Pell speak Infernal? Or does she read Infernal?
I want to say that I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think you learned it because of Bevan.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So these runes across it, it's like infernal runes that Bevan has somehow always known how to speak and like read, but is not quite sure how and why, and has taught that to Pell. And it says across the top, "For two who walk together." And he opens up the box, and there are 2 cloaks in it.
You've been holding out presents on me too?
I don't... It's probably cursed. They're probably cursed. But
I'll poke it with Mage Hand.
I think going in is...
The fabric moves.
I think Mage Hand is the only useful utility spell I have. It don't seem cursed.
I just assumed, because like they were in good shape. I found there's a whole town that's like torn out and abandoned and totally pillaged, and these were the only thing there.
Maybe they couldn't read Infernal.
All right,
Maybe somebody
I guess.
else thought it was cursed, and they left it because they couldn't read Infernal. But it wasn't cursed, and you can read Infernal. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. 2 walks together. That sounds nice.
All right. And he pulls one out, and it's black with like just slightly different black, like a very dark gray patterns of eyes stitched into it all over the place. And on the inside of the collar, there's stitched in runes that say "to always see." And pulls out the other one, and it's got just sort of like a hound's tooth, but with that same like 2 different shades of black. And the runes inside say to be unseen. Thought this might be helpful for you if it does anything like what you'd expect from that. I don't know. Maybe it'll help keep you safe.
If it's not cursed, you mean? And I'll take it from her. I'll touch it.
If it's not cursed.
I'll
You
put
shake
on.
it out,
Yeah.
and it's a very well-made cloak. And you see on both of them that there is a hand to these that reminds you of the wealthy fabrics you just saw in Tierhaven in the court. These are extremely well made and not a common woven material. These are elegantly woven on, by skilled hands. And there's something different when you look at the runes that are on them. They have a quality to them that is like this is both sewn, but then there's almost an edge of something pushed the threads into this material, into the embroidery itself. These are decidedly magical in nature.
I do a twirl. So what does it do?
Looks good. Does anything feel weird?
I mean, I can tell you what it does because I know what it does. Yeah, as you look, it takes on like a bit of a shimmer, and you've almost seen this exact sort of thing from Pell before. It's almost like a heat shimmer or a mirage. And as she spins, it kind of separates out from her. And if you look from a certain direction or so, there's 2 Pells. And you can't quite tell the difference unless you look real closely.
Are you trying to do that?
No, I mean, I can do this, but
Yeah.
it's it.
So it's just happening by accident now?
Yeah, hit me. Try and hit me.
Try and hit you?
Yeah, try and hit me.
All right. He grabs like a pillow off the bed and tries to hit her with it.
Roll on a attack. Roll with Dex, but you're not proficient in pillow attack.
And
Okay.
I feel like you
also-
should be,
So-
but you're not.
I'll just do like a straight dex roll. 18.
It's also, I can tell you it's a disadvantage.
There you
Ooh.
go. It's a
Oh, you still hit her.
yeah,
So
definitely.
18.
Okay, well, you hit her. So there was that display of powers, but
I mean,
took a
I
second.
know
though.
I know how to tell which one is you though.
That is true.
So
That is true.
that's an unfair advantage. So maybe
For
it just
close
like
range.
boosts up stuff you can already do. Bevan puts his cloak on. And
The world is clearer.
did it get brighter in here?
No.
I feel like I can see. He reaches behind him and like grabs a mouse that was running along the mantle.
Well, don't
Huh.
hurt it. Don't hurt it.
No.
Skitters
Weird.
off.
Huh.
As Bevan says the word weird and blinks just for a moment, you swear out of the corner of your eye you see all of the eyes in the fabric blink.
That was a little creepy.
It is.
They kind of all winked at me.
Oh, really? Huh. All right. So yeah, I think these will be useful.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like things that come out of the hollow aren't always all completely bad.
Might still be cursed.
Well, okay, I got you something too back
Hmm?
in Potterdam. I think it counts a bit more because I'm actually giving it to you when I got it. Just throwing that out there. I didn't keep it a secret.
Okay.
I don't think it's magical though.
Yeah. No.
And I give him the quiver that I got that has the 2 herons on it. don't know. It just
my
looked
God.
nice.
Yeah. How did?
Yeah. I had money. Cypher let me use the money.
Shit, that's right. We got money. Oh my God.
Like so much money.
Thank you. This is wow. This is beautiful. And he takes off like his belt and unhooks his. He's got a radio sort of just. It's kind of just like a hide sack almost. Just that it's been stiffened. That he made himself at some point. Yeah. This is wow. I feel like a guide. You know, like a.
I mean, you are a real guide.
Yeah, but like
Now you just look fancy.
now I'm like a fancy royal guide. Yeah.
So, look, I'm sorry I got snippy with you, but I'm not sorry that I felt snippy, if that makes sense, because it hurt.
Yeah. No, look. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about going into the hollow. I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to address it. I didn't want to really think about why I'd been feeling the need to go back. I'm sorry.
I get it. It's not pleasant to think about, but I'm not angry you went back in. I'm angry that you could have died in there and no one would have known. And then I would have been stuck here, alone. Again.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh my God, we're on a fucking mission. Can we just address for the fact that we are on like a royal fucking mission here?
I mean, they're just people. They're just fancier people.
Excuse me, were you standing in the same room as I am? They're not just
Yeah, it was
people. They're not just
just a
people.
nice
They're
room.
fucking magical, beautiful people.
Why? We're magical, beautiful people, and I shape change into the most magical, beautiful version of Pell. Like, beautiful,
Oh my God.
flowing hair rippling. I'm magical and pretty too. Come on.
All right, fine. Kings aren't special. God. And he
No,
goes. He opens the door to the cabin. Is instantly hit by the sun. Oh fuck! It's bright.
It's very bright.
God damn. Was it that bright when we went inside?
No, you need a little darkness?
No, I think I just need a second for my cape to adjust.
That's weird.
Weird to say.
Are the eyes all squinting?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah.
All right.
We should go back, see if Gabro's, moved the entire bakery, or if Kaja's eaten the entire bakery, or if Cypher has gotten sick of all of us and just finally left.
It could be. Is anybody watching Haver?
I want to imagine that when you guys get back, Cabro has piled a bunch of baked goods like in front of Haver while he's sitting at a table.
Haver's eaten like half of one little loaf of bread and has just been sitting there kind of staring off again into the middle distance and has totally stopped eating or moving.
Just occasionally just plops another baked good in front of him.
Besides wood piling and baked good piling, do any of the three of you want to get up to anything?
No, I mean, I think I grabbed whatever we need from the cabin, so standard adventure gear. Got my 50 feet of hempen rope.
I think I would have asked Pell's moms if they had like a teacup or a mug or something and hot water.
Of course, yeah.
Some tea to go with my baked goods.
They bring you a hot pot of water and cute little hand-thrown clay cups. One of them has a little heart that's been painted on it.
Yes, then in that case, yeah, Kaja will be making tea and she'll use some of the, she has pre-made custom tea bags in her pack and she'll use one for the tea. I'll just have like a nice snacky snack.
Do any pets live here?
Hell, do you have any pets?
Oh, man. I don't know if Pell herself does, but there might be like a family dog that probably. You know what? Yeah, Kenneth has an old, kind of scraggly
good.
ass golden retriever.
Followed
that-
Gabra around out in the wood yard, the wood piles, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of old, kind of sleepy. Maybe not the most sanitary thing to have in a bakery, but here he is.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He has a name. It's Crap.
That's not his name.
Crap.
Crab Apple. That's his name. His name's Crab Apple.
Crab Apple.
He's a
Crab
little crabby because
Apple.
he's a little crabby.
Oh.
I was going to say I'm not much of a dog person, but it sounds like we're kindred spirits.
Yeah. Crab Apple, who pretty much only has eyes for Kennick, and everyone else is tolerated. But if anyone touches Pell in a way that he doesn't like, it's on. Maybe in like 5 minutes when he gets up, but it's on. Wonderful. You return then to the bakery to find your party and poor Haver behind a pile of baked goods.
Oh, so you see, Haver, that's why you can't trust birds. They have no respect for anything. They do not even respect the very laws of the earth. Any bird you've ever seen has lied to you.
Uh-huh.
I think we walk into this, just kind of look at that, and then keep walking towards the back. I think Bevan will, at this point, figuring Pell needs to talk to her moms. Bevan will go around and make sure the wood pile's like stacked well. Check on the stuff that like he sometimes has to fix. So, check to make sure there's not any like wind damage on the roof, and a quick once over on the building just to make sure they're going to be good for a while.
And kind of gives you a little nod and catches you walking through the back. She pulls you aside, Bevan. What have you all been commissioned to do?
Well, we are supposed to be escorting that gentleman out front to... I really feel like maybe you should have this conversation with Pell first.
Don't roll a persuasion check.
Just throw me under the bus.
She is also kind of your mom, so
yeah.
Good luck. Oh, buddy.
It's a 2.
That's rough.
And Bevan fails the pass.
Bevan, where are you going?
Our friend out there appears to have come from the Protectorate.
The Protectorate?
Yeah. And he believes he walked out 200 years ago during the war. And we are to investigate the current state of his home.
You see her take a moment. You've seen many emotions on this woman's face over the years. Some concern, sad, excited. Worry is not something that is common in this home in any long term other than where it touches love and care. But you see Kennick run her hand over her braid and kind of wring it a little, thinking. So You don't have to go in there, you know. But I respect your choices, you know I do. But please, make sure you both come home.
Do everything in my power, and more if I can.
I know.
This wasn't my idea.
I know. You get up that ladder, and I'm gonna go have that talk. Thank you.
Thank you
She
for everything.
was gonna pat you on the arm and like send you up the ladder, and she just kind of grabs you and
Yeah.
pulls you into a big hug. You know, I'm so proud of you.
You're the best family a lost boy could ask for.
You're the best lost boy a family could ask for. And she kisses your head. She has to stand up a little on her toes to do it. She's not very tall.
I'm gonna.
She claps you on the back a little.
Once over. Yeah.
All right. Ina! She goes, turns around like everything's fine, kind of just rubs her face for a minute, straightens up, and goes back in. A woman who has carried many worries and sadnesses, but confronts every moment like it's new. Off to go find the woman that she raised to be the same. In the bakery, you guys just eating, drinking tea, having a nice chat.
I'll join Kaja, I suppose, after I'm done looking for an animal companion and finding nothing short of Gabbro energy and then my energy, and I'll sit beside her. And Kaja, can I ask you something?
Just did, but yeah.
Right. I've definitely said that to you before, and you've definitely said that to me before, and it doesn't get less annoying. But the question I have for you is, how can I... No. I need to fulfill a promise to Pell. Not a promise, really. I need to...
Did you ask Pell to marry you, or?
No, Kaja.
Okay.
Too soon. I've taken something from here before. And you've helped me return something before. Though I can't return this. I'd like to retroactively pay for something.
Oh,
But-
that's simple. You actually would be way better at this than I would. You see, they're not really taking our money because we're friends of Pell. So
getting
what
that
I did is
sense,
that
yes.
I just, sneaked a couple of coins into that box over there. So if you do the same, then I feel like it's pretty equal.
Oh, good. That is easy then. I'll head over to the box and pop some gold. Whatever's left. I mean, we spent a lot yesterday.
I thought I told you all to share. I don't necessarily need my own share, but what if Gabbro share? What if Bevan share?
Well, Pell bought something for Bevan, I'm pretty sure.
But I
And,
feel like it would be best if Bevan had his own agency with his gold.
Well, you debate agency of shared money.
I'll also
I know.
point out that you witnessed the other day Bevan being promised money and instantly giving it all away. So maybe you
Yeah.
don't trust him with money. I don't know.
That seems smart. Kenneth and Ina come in holding hands and just walking over to the table, smiling. Is there anything else we can get you all? I hope the water's still nice and warm. We can bring you more.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. Water in itself will be enough for me. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I have a request.
Of course.
Is there anything else that you require assistance with?
No, just and Kenneth kind of walks closer to Pell's chair and kind of runs her hand on her daughter's back. You just take care of our brilliant daughter.
I will protect her until she is called home to the earth.
Pell,
Yeah, Mom. Yeah.
can you help us with something in the back? We could use another set of hands.
Yeah.
I will seek other children of the earth that need my assistance. And he just gets up and walks out.
And Pell, I'm assuming you go with them into the back. This is Mom speech for, hey, can we talk to you for a minute? It's not subtle.
I've been yelled at before, and I don't get the sense I'm about to be yelled at, but it's like, I'm sure the full name is about to come out. It's that vibe.
Yeah, there is a bit of that vibe. And you all go back into the kitchen, which is, clean, tidy. There's some wood in weird places because Gabbro is Gabbro, and it got set down close to the right spot.
Gabbro is going to become a verb.
The Gabbro
Oh,
of
you
it all.
Gabbroed that one.
Honestly, for real though. Yeah, and they stop. Ina kind of steps forward after kind of just a little longer look at your other mom. Pell.
Mummy?
Where are you going?
On a very important mission from the Kings.
Yes. Is there
No.
anything else you want to tell us?
Where didn't you? I hate it when you do this thing where you clearly already know the answer, but you're gonna try and make me say it. It's so unfair.
Is it?
We're gonna go into the hollow.
Why?
Because it might be important. Because someone else came out of the hollow. Mums, what if everyone else could come out of the hollow?
They stop. And in a similar way to every time you've put off seeing a healer that they've asked you to see, or made a decision other than something that they thought was in the best interest of you, they stop, and you see they started doing this ever since you really started to come of age, that where they would have in your childhood told you no, they just stop, nod. Kenneth kind of nods a little bit longer and just come home.
I will, because I know you just asked Gabbro to look out for me, But I wish you had seen me with the book ghost. Mom, I took care of all of them. I can do this.
Okay. There's only so many days.
I know, and I could spend them doing something maybe not more important. Not that the bakery's not important. It is very important. But bigger.
And that's what you want.
It is. And I love you very much. But it's bigger. It's just... I have to know what's in there, and if everyone else can come back out too.
And Ina steps forward and can't stop herself and wraps you in her arms.
Yeah.
And just rests her chin on your head. We're very proud of you.
Thanks. I'm proud of me too.
You're making it very hard to be selfish here, so...
I'm sorry?
We love you. And you bring that nice boy out of the forest with you again.
Mom, I'm gonna bring all the nice boys and the nice, tall, strong, beautiful lady too out of those woods. I promise.
Okay. All right. And Kennick then comes in and joins the hug, and you are fully engulfed by your moms. And they hesitantly and sadly, but give their approval of your dangerous journey ahead.
Yeah, and when we've kind of had our hugs and like a little misty-eyed, but Pell doesn't full on cry. It's like this is not completely sad for her because it's something exciting and that it does feel big and feels right.
Ina's having a hard time not crying, but Kennick is steel-faced and proud. Very obviously proud.
Yeah, and when we're done, I'll stroll back out into the bakery, happy and confident that, this is right. And I am going to get all three of these nice boys and the nice, tall, strong lady out of this alive.
Speaking of nice boys, Bevan, the roof is fine.
Oh, good. He was pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he just kind of waits how long he expects a conversation like that to take place before he makes his way back inside and kind of like catches them walking back in and sort of like assesses like, okay, all right, we're done. Nobody's yelling at each other. All right.
There was no yelling. You would have heard it. The place is not that big.
Not too much crying.
Yeah, only a little bit of crying.
I don't know, unless I
locked
found
into
something
the
else of
room.
interest out there.
Go ahead and roll a fancy new perception check.
Yeah, that's right. Upon which I now have advantage.
Yeah.
17?
That's... you look around and you see that the roof is fine, but you're starting to catch where maybe in a year or so the water needs to get... the water has kind of seeped in and the part of the roof might need to get replaced. But it was so minute, you're not entirely sure how you even caught the beginnings of the mold forming in the shingles.
He sort of goes over to that spot and kind of like pushes on it to see if it seems softer than the rest of the
It's a
roof.
little softer.
Just like trying to confirm Like, am I really
It's real.
seeing this? He just to try something real quick.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes and focuses on like surrounding treetops and see if does he still feel like he can see with his eyes closed. Having no
You
idea what this thing does. He's just
close
trying
your
shit.
eyes.
Completely closed down.
You close your eyes and you see so clearly the tops of the trees just at the edge of the border of the hollow. And you see them gently sway in the afternoon breeze.
Huh. Is there a cellar on this bakery before I go inside?
Yeah, there's a root cellar.
He's going to go down there and like block out all the light. He's always had dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to make sure that hasn't gone away or anything.
You go down there, you close the door, and you all can hear this. It's A, again, not a big bakery, but B, it's, you know, he's just underneath kind of where you're sitting, basically. You close your eyes and you can see every detail of every stone in this room. It's not a very big root cellar, but somehow you feel like it's clearer, like someone who has needed glasses their whole life. It's finally put them on for the first time, but you have incredible eyesight. You see things before others do before you put this robe on.
You all hear from the floor, "Holy smokes!"
Yeah, that's normal. He just does that sometimes. He just wanders off and does his own thing, and he comes back with some like stupid, ridiculous new talent. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's neat.
Cool. Great. Yeah. You all reconvene in the bakery, and the sun is getting lower in the sky.
So we probably don't want to head out in the middle of the night, right? Right?
I would prefer not to, given I don't. How many of us can see in the darkness?
It's pretty dark in there anyways.
Yeah, we might as well start off the
Yeah.
excursion, that it will be quite deadly, with as much sleep and resources as possible. So yes, I would prefer spending the night here and then heading out at dawn. Yes?
Yeah, at latest.
Done then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You all are offered room and board in the bakery, which is tight because it's not a big place, but Pell has a bedroom. Bevan has his lovely little hideaway. The Bergstroms don't have a lot of house guests. Lorch is small. But they do have enough blankets and things to lay out places to sleep actually in the bakery once it closes at night.
I think Bevan will actually stay in where I assume Gabbro is going to stay, in the cellar.
Gabbro is going to continue to wander the town, searching for children of the earth that require his assistance.
Okay, well then I guess Bevan's gonna stay where, but basically stay with the group so we can keep an eye on Haver. Like watch him in shifts.
Kaja would have volunteered to just watch Haver. They're like buddies since Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'll babysit Gabriel. I'll follow him from a distance.
Great. Gabra, where do you wander off to when you just
I just
leave?
go looking. I just go. I'll like walk up to a random house, knock on the door.
You get a lot of like what is happening? People are very polite in Lorch. They they are like, oh, that's a very interesting thing that you're trying to sell me. But I'm good, thank you. May the light of Tyr be with you. And they
May the earth's blessings be upon you.
And you do catch the handful of children who play in the square in the afternoon kind of staring at you. But for the most part, Lorch is quiet. There is a lot of river going on in Lorch, which is, not your speed traditionally.
Yes, we are semi-allied with water. Although they do frequently align with air as well. But we are both enemies of fire, so we have that going for us.
Incredible. Yes, Cypher, it's not hard to find Gavro. It's a town of largely normal people. And then there's this giant Earth Genasi walking around knocking on doors haphazardly, asking if people have want to be embraced by the Earth.
I'm not approaching him. I'm
Great.
I'm just
Don't
watching
worry.
in case
You're not
something
going to be
goes
seen
wrong.
with him.
No.
Well, if I do not find anyone that requires my assistance, I will walk out to the edge of Lorch and just stare out to the hollow.
You walk out to the edge of Lorch. There's a decently large field. No farmland. There's farmland on the opposite side of the river that is attached to Lorch. But on the side with the hollow, bordering the Basat forest, the land has been left. And the wild trees of the forest mix with the dark shadows at the border of the hollow. There are occasionally trees that are barren, blackened. Trees that seem like the shadows on them are darker than they should be. Than the trees near you, near the forest, to the north. Blackened leaves, ominous low mist that fills the space between the tree trunks that seems to almost stare back at you. The hollow waits just beyond.
All right.
You stand there and stare long enough. My boredom will get the better of me.
Well, I'm going to stare for a bit. I'm going to turn back, notice that my party hasn't shown up yet, and then I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce on the ground, and I'm going to reach my hands into the earth, reach out for my innate connection to the earth, and Cypher would just see me from behind slowly pull myself up to, my shoulders into the earth. And then I would just sit there and stare out into the hollow and commune with the earth for the night.
Nice.
I mean, I almost was going to have a conversation, but that was not my jam. And I will turn away and also sit in the shadows, though. Not far. I'm not hiding anymore, though. If he were to see me when he woke up, I wouldn't be hiding.
The night falls. And Lorch goes to bed pretty early. The sun goes down. The lamps are lit for a little while, but for the most part, the kids go inside. People have nice, quiet dinners with their family and friends. And the town goes to sleep, and all you hear is the sound of the river, the trees, the occasional owl, and a bit of laughter from the knotted trawl in town. Does anyone want to do anything for the evening?
I am super excited because this is the closest thing I've ever had to a sleepover. Even though I'm 20, there's like a little girl part of me that's like, oh shit, I have friends and they're like staying over. But I crash at like 9:30 p.m. just
Yeah, absolutely.
unconscious. Like too much excitement, too much strain, knocked out on the floor near my new friends.
All right then. The night passes. Those of you who see such things see the clouds roll in from the hollow, as they do every night. Thick, heavy clouds, ones that if you put your hand too far away from you, you might lose it. The soupy fog settles over Lorch, fills the cobble streets, the 2 cobble streets. It's not a very large town. And the intersection. The fishermen wake early and trudge their way through with lanterns lit at the end of their fishing poles as they make their way down to the docks. The city wakes early. The Bergstrom family also does, to get the oven hot, the baked goods moving, and feed the dog.
No.
You all, anyone who's a light sleeper would have woken up fairly quickly at around maybe the first glimpse of sunrise, pushing 6-ish.
Yeah, I think Bevan has a habit of he always wakes up like 30 minutes before sunrise, just from going from living in a bakery to being a hunter.
Yeah.
Gosh, you would wake up then too.
I slowly rise out of the earth like a potted plant. Just like blooming.
Wow.
I'm waking up as this is happening. Like,
Why is this happening?
And it's just Gabriel. Oh.
You
this
all
is what people
rise.
call it natural. That doesn't look natural to me.
You all rise feeling stronger. A little well learned from your travels, having leveled up to level 7.
Woo.
And with that, we are going to take our little break before you guys get through your morning routine, and we will see you all in 15 minutes. Hello, welcome back to Of Those Lost, episode 4 on Mercs of Mischief. Before we get back into our lovely adventure at the bright early morning in Lorch, the overcast morning in Lorch, we're going to go around and introduce our players and ourselves. Yes. We're going to start with Jade.
Hey y'all, I'm Jade Valkyrie. I am a content creator and host and do other nerd stuff. And you can follow most of that nerd stuff at my Twitter, Jade Valkyrie. That's where I post when I'm doing the nerd stuff. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Kaja, who has been, quote, let me scroll up the chat to see what was actually said real quick, who is, quote, tall, strong, rich lady. Yes. And we're about to go into the hollow, so that's going to be fun.
All of those things are true. Puck.
Hey, I'm Puck. You can find me on Mondays, the DM the Monday show, and I've got other videos and streams that are definitely coming out. You should check my link tree. All that stuff's in there. I'm really cool. You should look at the stuff I do. Anyways, that's me. I'm Puck. Did I mention that?
My God. Gabro is having an effect on the way you're talking. Please don't change. Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. He, him. I play Bevan, also he, him, who is a tiefling. That much is obvious. We're not, we're letting y'all figure it out. So let us know in the chat when you figure out what our classes are. It's a little more fun that way. You can find me doing all the various things that I do at the links in the chat, Linktree /the Mad Maker. But But, a lot of what I'm doing these days is around here. So find me here on Mondays. Find me here today. Find me here when we do other things here.
Love to see it. Next is Arcady.
Hello, I'm Arcady. She, her. I am a cosplayer and a makeup artist and a regular here on the Mercenaries of Mischief. You can see me on the Monday shows, where I play a very polite bitch. It's a change.
That description.
She's a very polite bitch. So tune in to see that every Monday at the same time slot. Also coming up in October, I'm playing in a one-shot with my friend D'Angelo. He's running a series of spooky horror games on Sundays for his channel. And I think the second week, it's not next week, but it's coming up. I'm going to be playing Hunter the Reckoning. I'm going to play a soccer mom with a shotgun. So tune into D'Angelo's streams like the entire month if you want some like good spooky one-shots with a whole ton of amazing people. He's got like probably 40 people involved this month. And yeah, I think tune in 2 weeks from now if you want to see me like deal with bake sales and also demons.
Is that the new Hunter the Reckoning?
Frankly, I have no clue. Because I do not have the book. Cool. And D'Angelo very nicely was like, if you don't have the book, I will just make your stats. And I was like, D'Angelo, this is my character concept. I fully trust you to stat her up in whatever like fits with that and best with the party. So I'm like blind trust following at D'Angelo to roll up the character, and then I'm going to show up and play blind. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, that would make sense because there's a new edition of Hunter the Reckoning. I cannot wait to see that. Saber.
Everybody, Saber_Sensei on the Instagrams. Artist and D&D player, other tabletop role-playing games, sometimes on Dirty 20 Gaming as well. So shout out to those folks over there. And I do high school theater, and we just cast our show this week, and it's pretty sweet. Yeah, we sang It's Audition Day, and for the first time, it was great. So yeah, we're having good over in the live theater realm as well as the digital theater realm. So thanks for having me as always.
Love to see that. I love theater. And I am Kai. I am your dungeon master here on Wednesdays for Of Those Lost. On Tuesdays, you can find me over on Going Critical playing the sibling game to Hunter the Reckoning Vampire the Masquerade in Manhattan by Midnight, where I play a dumpster fire human being who likes to hit things with baseball bats. And just announced today, I will be guest playing in a one-shot in the month of October on Transplanter RPG with those lovely people. And during the last week, and the times before, I have been working as the costume designer on a web series called The Party, coming soon. I have a lot of other projects in the works, including a podcast called The Lore Brewery and a bunch of other things. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, you can always find me here on Wednesday nights running this wonderfully spooky campaign with these lovely people. And a little quick reminder, we do have our lovely token system before we hop back in. If you guys wanted to tip us, the tokens go to an advantage roll for the players, or 5 count as a flashback for the player where they can automatically succeed with some narration. And then they cumulatively add to my lovely chaos meter, where if you have heard talk of the book ghost, that is where the book ghost came from in this game. The chaos meter filled up, and they got a bit of lore and a bit of combat as a haunted book was found in Kaja's library at her home. If there's nothing else, then we're gonna hop back in. The morning comes with a heavy fog in Lorch. It always has. The mountains blow down thick, rolling fog through the forest and out over the rivers. The fishermen make their way as the morning fires at the smithies and the bakery are lit. And you all find yourselves roused as the Bergstroms begin to start their day preparing the bread that would eventually make its way into the now easily stoked fire of their oven, thanks to your help bringing in more firewood from the firewood shed. Haver has spent the night, your compatriot, just sitting up in one of the booths. He laid down for a while and sat back up. Laid down for a while and sat back up. It seems that sleep is not happening for him currently.
Hey, maybe it'll get better when we like get into the hollow. Maybe you'll like mesh. Maybe you're supposed to be there. It's just not working here.
Yeah, I do think it's time to go. And you look at him, and this morning, the crack on the side of his face has gotten a little deeper.
Does it hurt? I ask with no tact whatsoever.
No.
Oh, good. One less thing to worry about then.
Your bakery's very nice.
Oh, thank you. You can stop by anytime you want, but I'm not quite sure you'll want to head back this way. Or maybe you will. Maybe things will get better, and it'll be better, and you can come here when it's happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do at Loaf is all you need? No, wait.
All you need is Loaf.
All you need is Loaf. The other way. Yeah. All you need is Loaf.
Loaf is all you need would be good too. It works either way.
Yeah. Ina and Kennick and Crabapple all see you off. Bundle a ridiculous amount of pastries and bread, some dried fruits and other preserves to go with them, and do not give Pell the option of taking them or not, and hand them off to you in a big bundle, and they both kiss your head and tell you to come home safely.
I will. It probably won't take that long, right? Kind of look around at the group.
We'll be right back.
Yes, we'll be as quick as we can.
And Kennick goes and grabs an armful of little bundles, and Gabbro, you get a bundle of scones.
Ah, the rocks of baking. You know me.
Kaja, you get a bundle of all kinds of sweet things. Chocolate croissants, cookies,
Yes.
all kinds of things. There's a little bit of everything sprinkled in there. Bevan, yours is practical. It is hardtack. And then there's also cookies. And Cypher, you are given a bundle of just macaroons. Just homemade little dollops of sugar, basically.
Take a moment and don't make eye contact, and then put my hands out to receive it. And if they have any insight at all, I seem very distant from them, like I don't trust them at all.
Makes sense. It's on brand. Whether they notice or not, you wouldn't know, because like Pell, they're like, okay, and they keep going. But each bundle is given with a little bow on the top, and they send you on your way.
Onward, friends.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So they do give Haver another 2 loaves of little loaves of bread.
It's like just like pulling Haver along at this point.
He's become less and less present since you've left Tearhaven. But as you pull him along, He walks faster than you expect.
Oh.
You're going
Yeah.
the right way.
I told you it would be getting better when we get closer. Now, like, link my arm through Haver's.
All right.
Very well, Haver. Lead us to your home, and we shall step into this cursed and terrible land and cleanse it of its deep infection.
As we go, I boop Bevan with Gift of Alacrity, and I'm gonna twin spell it, and also boop myself with it. So you and I have plus 1d8 to initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
Damn.
If you would like it, become my better friend, guys. Just gonna throw that
Friend
one out there.
bribery.
Excuse me, your mother's gave me scones.
Can my mother's cast Gift of Alacrity and give you 1d8 on initiative?
I mean, if you want, there's lots of anyways. Bevan will kind of at some point before we actually hit the edge of the woods talk to Cypher. So I'm somewhat loosely familiar with the immediate surroundings at the edge here, but once we get in deeper, I'm gonna be sort of in the wilderness. So maybe I can lead for the first part and you take up the rear. But then if we get to a area you feel like you've seen before, we can swap that. Unless you have other ideas.
Never been very good at taking up a rear. But I suppose I can take over whenever.
If you prefer
I
to
think
lead in,
Ava kind of knows where he's going.
I think one of us should stay close to Haver.
Fair.
I'd say Gabbro could keep an eye on him, but I don't know if Gabbro would notice if he starts acting strangely.
Well, Kaja's got a good eye on him too. And
Ah,
Pell's
that's
got him
true.
by the arm currently.
I don't know if Pell leading the way is the best idea.
Alright. Well. You, Havor, and Kaja closer to the front, and Pell, Gabbro, and I closer to the back, I suppose.
Does that work for... I don't think this is like a quiet conversation. Does that work for everyone?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Zach.
Yeah, that seems agreeable. I do have a question though. If whoever wants to be in the front, I do have a potion that would help in case something were to go wrong. So who wants it? And then she'll kind of like look at Bevan and look at Pell mostly, but she doesn't want to be too obvious about it, but she wants to give it to one of you two.
Point
What-
to Bevan.
What
Haver
sort
kind
of...
looks around and is like, I could go first, but my memory isn't great.
Yeah, I'll lead us in.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will give you this. Just down it, and it will help you have some resistance to necrotic damage for only a little bit. But I wouldn't down it right now. But maybe like, oh, you see something, and you're like, oh, that probably will do a lot of damage. Let's drink this first. That's a good idea.
All right.
Just I spent a little bit of my time in Pottendam making that. So use it wisely.
I appreciate that.
Can you brew many potions, Dr. Kaja?
It does take some time. It's not my specialty. My specialty is more of a hands-on, instantaneous approach of directly to wounds themselves. But given time, I am able to. It took me about the entire time at Pottendam to make that one potion.
I
So
see.
I
Can I
don't-
bring you things to make potions out of?
I don't see why that wouldn't be. I would love more things.
Very well. I shall
Does
bring you components for potions.
As Gabro promises to bring Kaja things, whatever that might be, the fog begins to coalesce and rain begins to fall as you all make your way towards the hollow.
Nice try, water. But you will not stop us. And triumphantly step forward.
Thanks for that. Okay. Sorry. Wow. Puck, you did it. Congratulations. You broke me for a second.
You win D&D.
You win D&D. The rain falls and you can hear the city behind you vanish. The sound of the rivers begin to fade, and all you hear is the low rolling winds that then bring the buffet of rain upon you. It isn't always heavy, and especially as you get closer to the hollow, there are trees near the border, but it is really raining. Ahead of you, you see that the tree line thickens. People have left this border largely untouched out of fear. But past the border, people chop down the trees as fast as they can. You are traveling southward from Lorch before you enter, or are you entering straight off of Lorch?
I think we're going straight in.
Let's just do it.
I think we're
As long
going
as
straight
we're
in,
not
yeah.
going through the forest, Kaja has no concerns.
Yes, the Basad is to your north, and it hugs the northern side of the mountains that create the bowl that once was Bolsenia.
No, I think we're going directly
Yep.
west
All right.
as the
you
wolf howls.
step in, and the forest thickens at the border of the hollow and Lorch. It is a familiar barrier to some of you. It's like the forest itself grew there, telling the sun it was not welcome. But there is an old road. People used to travel from Lorch to a city not far within at the bend of the river, nodding around the forest that once connected the Basat, but since has changed. The trees, green in the daylight, but from Bevan's new keen point of view, cracked, withering, some blackened, and you get closer and the leaves were not in shadow. You've seen a tree like this before, Bevan. Ingram, your friend, has taken up residence near a blackened tree, keeping safeguard over it as they examine what is making the trees in this forest black. The bushes and greenery seem to harden. No soft, gentle leaves that catch rain, but things that have spines and spikes, oak leaves that have prickles on the ends. This is a forest unlike the Basat, where even the trees themselves do not want company. Bevan, will you please roll our first survival check as you all enter the hollow?
Okay. Survival. I'm trying to look real quick if I have any special advantages on this. I don't think so. 18.
It's not bad. You have seen this terrain before. And Pell, even you have ping of familiarity.
Back to the pinging is gonna keep happening
Oh.
a bit.
Actually, Are we in a forest?
We are in a forest.
So my proficiency is actually doubled on that. So it's a
Yeah.
21.
All right.
If that changes anything.
It does. You have spent a lot of time in the Basat. You spent some time traversing the woods right here. And while you're not entering exactly in the same spot, you've learned that most of your entry points into the hollow, you probably shouldn't go back that way again. And even if you were looking for it, you realize now the way you thought was there has changed. Trees grow differently. The bushes have reshaped. There's no road where you thought there was a road. But you enter nonetheless. You bring your party with you. Haver not far behind with Pell. The rain is now dampened a bit by the by the caught it after I said it, by the trees above you. And it seems to just soak the still leaves on the ground on this forest that is untouched. Unlike the Basat and other forests nearby, there are no birds to sing.
Perfect.
You look around, there's no sign of deer or places where some of the smaller creatures of the forest might have scratched the trunks of trees. Even nature seems to be abandoning this area as you enter with that extremely high survival check. You do find the road that you know is there, that you've seen before.
I think he visibly relaxes just a touch when we.
After you guys push through bushes and a few smaller trees, a fallen log or two, and a small clearing is found in which you see the road. The rain falls, and it is quiet, besides the sound of rain.
So, is this the kind of place where it's smartest to stick by the road or to not stick by the road?
Well, there's not much of a road here anymore. This is like decades at least of overgrowth since I was here about 6 months ago.
Right, that time thing.
I shall
Push.
I think the road's become irrelevant, except for that we know which way it goes. And nothing else here is quite the same as I last saw it.
Question for you all. Are you traveling quietly? Are you traveling quickly?
Well, it's funny that you asked, Dungeon Master.
Bevan is attempting to lead people quietly.
I will check for safety. And Gabbro steps forward. Attention, fiendish denizens of the hollow.
Oh my god.
I, Gabbro Scoria, steward of the earth,
I
have
literally
come to cleanse
climb on
this
him
land.
and try and cover his mouth.
As I tap on Cypher's back and I just like wave off Gabbro and I cast Rope Trick next to like
Hey.
in the shadows, sort of in some of the back off the clearing a little bit, but just enough so we're not too far away from him. But and I just like Pel's seen this before. She knows the drill.
Yeah.
As you cast Rope
Hoist her
Trick,
up.
as you cast Road Trick and you see Pell beginning to make her move, a low
She shield up, mace drawn, fucking ready.
Comes from the forest just to the west of you.
I'd like to use a ability
Yeah.
to detect if any of the stuff that I was picking up last time, if you remember. I want to see if there's more
I
of that stuff.
Do remember.
Is there any within the, I think it's 60 feet. 60 feet.
I'm going to read the letter of the law on that ability.
I can copy and paste it if
I'm looking at it right now.
If you want me to make another survival check for this, let me know. But from the sound of this thing, do I feel like we're dealing with an undead or a fiend?
I'm going to go to Kaja first.
Okay. Awesome.
Kaja,
Mhm.
you hear the sound and your initial reaction. You see Gabbro react by lifting his shield. Bevan beginning to truly turn and listen. And you feel this ability imbued in you surge out into this forest, and you feel this choking sensation of necrosis around you. But most importantly, you feel a shroud emanating from 2 points not far from you.
In that moment, you kind of see Kaja's normally just like kind of silvery eyes turn more into a like all like no pupil, no iris, just all like glowing silvery white. And her demeanor immediately changes into business mode. 2 hostiles. I do not know what directions, but 2 hostile undead, most likely, be on your guard.
Aha! My first challengers.
Bevan, do you... so you were telling me that you have favorite enemies in this region. Go ahead and, with that ability, roll a survival check.
Oh.
23. Oh, wait, it rolled with advantage. Was it supposed to roll with advantage? No, it's an 18. Oh, do I get the double proficiency on this?
Yes,
Okay.
you do.
So then it's a 21.
That is the low wail that you've heard on the wind before. It is the moan of something not living. And as you hear the sound of cracking leaves, I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
What was
Jonathan,
that
remember
bonus
you
we
do
have?
have a plus.
You have Gift of Alacrity.
1d8. You get to
Yeah.
roll. You get to
Plus
roll
a
your
D8.
initiative and then add a 1d8 to it.
Outstanding.
Oh, I'm ready this time.
Yeah, you are quite ready.
Nice. I got a 19. I'm very ready.
Well, plus a D8. Okay, I got a 20.
15.
Oh, nice.
21. Yeah, bro.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, hold on. Kaja, you were a 19.
Yes.
Pell, you were a 20?
15.
You were the 15. Bevan, you were the 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Gabbro, 21. Your buddy Haver rolled like trash, unfortunately.
It's okay.
Nice.
I
He's
got
doing
this.
his best.
I know you're sick.
He really is doing his very best, you guys.
If anyone wants to have hidden that rope trick. Nope.
The rope
All right.
trick is there for
It's
you
there
to
for an
climb
escape.
the rope. Yeah.
If we really mess this up,
Somebody gets in bad shape. It's there.
And it's 60 feet of rope, though, so you got to climb 60 feet.
The only ones who will be in bad shape will be our undead foes.
I love rope trick, but it does have a shortcoming. You have to climb 60 feet of rope. Great. I know how to add things. God, Haver, you rolled so bad. Great. Top of the order, Gabbro.
All right. I am going to charge forward for these figures.
You have not seen them yet, but there's at least one to
All
the
right.
west of you.
Shield up, mace up, going west.
Wonderful.
Move all my movement west, and if I can't find something to bonk, I'm gonna move west even more.
All right. Here you all are on our lovely map.
Oh, very well.
Okay, we were in an order. It was Bevan, Pell, and Haver.
Ah,
There we go.
all right.
All right. All of your movement due
Here I go.
west.
And I get to here. Do I see the creatures in question?
Roll a perception check.
Very well.
Don't worry, it's not your action to roll a perception check. I will let you just look with your eyes.
I look with my eyes.
But
13.
you look and you are having a hard time with the rain and the very dim lighting. You're not making out any particular shapes at this moment.
Too scared to face me, then I will find you. I go deeper in.
Great. That makes it Bevan.
Dungeon Bee Master. Is there
Yes.
any sort of invisible creature or object or anything in the ethereal plane within 120 feet of me?
You do not see anything that is invisible within that radius.
Okay. So knowing that there's something coming from the west, what Bevan does... Damn. Really wish I could see this thing. What Bevan does is hold. I'm going to, hold action until I can see something, and hold my movement for, I guess, if Pell moves, I'll move with her.
You can't hold your movement unless
Okay.
you're holding dash.
Okay, you know what? I will go ahead and run forward then. And yeah, I'll take up a spot like right over here since I have an extra 10 feet on this. And hold action for when I see thing to shoot.
When you see thing to shoot, you shoot. I love this.
When I see shooty, I make it a shooty sound.
Wonderful.
Got all these abilities that I haven't gotten a chance to
Yeah,
use.
that's the rough part. When you are the one starting combat and you cannot see your enemy, that's a rough place to be. All right. Then next we have Kaja. Kaja, there is something undead, and you have a pretty good idea of what direction to go, and it is actually due west.
US. And then
The other one was like southwest.
Gotcha. In that case, then Kaj is gonna move over, seeing that the west side is covered. She's gonna go towards the second entity, close enough to the second entity. She doesn't want to go too far from the back line.
Okay.
Just enough for it to be the first person to encounter. And she's gonna hold her action, but is talking a free action.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. And on her way over, she'll say, 1 west, 1 towards me. Be safe.
Wonderful.
And that is her turn.
Next we do have Pell.
Hearing that, I have incredibly long dark vision because of a feat. I can see 120 feet in dark vision. Can I see anything that my companions might be missing?
Roll a perception check.
22, natural 20.
Oh, buddy. You look and you see. I'm gonna just bump them to where you can see them. Standing among the trees, hunched robed figures with long dark folds on their faces and sunken black pits where their eyes might be, but in the darkness you cannot tell. Their jaws hang loose, like the skin of their lips has folded back and given way as their jaw sunk deeper and deeper in decay, but still held on.
Great.
And it lurks in the darkness.
Well, I can see it. And I'm going to move.
And there's another one. I didn't show you the other one yet, but it is there. It is down here. Ha ha!
All right. I'm going to move there. And bonus action, I'm going to summon Algernon. I'm going to whistle for him.
Algernon!
So Algernon's going to come out and play. And
I'll give you a wolf in a minute.
No problem. I'm going to send him directly to the one to the west. I don't even need to send him directly. He just does. I point to it, and when it pops up, he's going to take off after it. And he will do a bite attack on it then.
All right, give me 1 second. Here's Algernon. Maybe. I do know how to operate this program.
Does anyone really know how to use Roll20? No,
it's me.
Oh, I love him. Good.
All right, that's too big for him. He's
Whoa.
that big. There we go. Hello,
There we
Algernon.
Great. He's going to do a bite attack.
Great.
Where is his bite? There's his bite. He does a 10.
10 does not hit.
Didn't think so, and I don't think it does anything else then. However, what it does do is give disadvantage to things that are affected by my magic. How far am I? 55. So that was my bonus action.
And it's an ability to summon Algernon?
It's a bonus action to summon Algernon. And
I'm asking if it's a ability or a
class
spell.
Ability. It's a class ability, not a spell. I'm gonna then hit him with Mind Sliver, which he will have disadvantage at because Algernon is attacking him. So,
all right.
I hit him, and he needs to beat a 15 intelligence.
Well, buddy.
You real smart.
Oh, hey, how does a 1 suit you?
That suits me just great. So he takes 6 psychic damage, and something else happens on Mind Sliver. He it subtracts 1d4 from his next saving throw. So if y'all can make him do a saving throw, he's vulnerable to it.
I will remind myself of that.
So
and I am done.
Would this count as me being alerted to the presence to trigger my
you
action?
definitely can see the one that Algernon is on now because you can hear Algernon charge and bite.
You all can see and hear Algernon.
I have 120-foot dark vision too. So
Yeah,
would I
you
be able
can
to see this well?
definitely
Okay. So if I can see this well enough, I'm going to go ahead and fire a longbow. Will the 11 do it?
No.
All right. Well, I do get a second, though, on this first. Fucking an 8's
Worse.
definitely not going to do it. Bevan is
your
a little...
sail into the darkness.
Yeah, and Gabra's over there. Like, if you're looking at this at all, Bevan is, like, he's shaking. You've seen him. You spent some time hunting with him before. And he's scared.
Just do not fear, Red. I've got this.
Amazing.
All the way at the edge here. This is... they shouldn't be this close to the edge. And he fires a second arrow that goes even wider.
Then we will drive them back.
Wonderful. You all see Haver snap out of his stupor, seeing Algernon summoned. And this time he looks around, sees you all moving, and goes from this kind of confused state. And you see him straighten up. And the bow that he's been carrying this whole time, he pulls it off. And he seems to trace down the fletchings of the arrow as he draws it. Takes a deep breath, and just in advance of the arrow, you see this small streak of green light as he casts a spell on this being and shoots an arrow at it. We're going to see how well he does. He definitely hits. The first strike lands for 5 piercing damage plus... I know how this spell works. Plus 2 more. The arrow flies and lands, and a second is not far behind as he looses another arrow for a dirty 20 to hit. Absolutely hits. And Haver, who has been this sort of understated guy, suddenly comes to life, and you see in him this guard that he's been saying he's been this whole time, the lieutenant to the guard in Isa.
Haver, you are getting over your sickness.
Making me look bad.
Oh my god, Bevin, he's better than you!
Rough.
At least I have a pulse.
Bevan is fine. Bevan is very. He's just.
Rough.
He's just a little scared. It's fine. He's gonna.
At least you're
I got
handsome.
you, bro.
The damage lands, and the arrows definitely strike. But there's something hard sounding as the arrows hit. And with that, we're going to Cypher.
I have a question real quick though.
What's up?
So with it, so on the map there's like a tree there, but Kaja has 60 feet dark vision. So is she able to see that figure over yonder?
You might be right at the tree trunk.
Yeah.
But like 5 feet one way or the other, you'd probably be able to get a pretty good view of it. But it might have partial cover where you're at right. Oh, pretty decent cover right now.
Okay.
Cypher.
Okay, that all happened so fast. I'm just gonna paint a picture for Cypher right now. It was like right before we rolled initiative, there was an attempt to cast guidance, but then it was over. It was gone. Bevan was gone. Gabbro's yelling and gone. Everyone's scattered, and so the instinct is to. I'm gonna use cunning action and dash, and I'm gonna cast. My goal is here to use the bonus action to dash so that I can hit all 3 people on the way of my 60 feet with bless. Can I do that?
Great. Let's see here. Where are you? Let's do some math. That's what this game really is just math.
I dragged my ruler, so from me to Bevan is 56 feet. So I should be able to like hit Haver and then Pell and then Bevan and be side by side with Bevan.
What's the radius on bless?
Well, if I'm running past them, I'll be like next to them as I'm going by. But it's
pretty far as a radius. I think you would be able to, as you get to Pell, just kind of poof it out.
Yeah, cool.
So, Haver, Pell, and who? Bevan. Great. Haver, Pell, and Bevan, you now. What does your blessed look and feel like?
As I'm running past everyone, my cloak flying in the wind, I'm casting with words in my hands, so moving, and holy water gets thrown in each direction, shimmering in the darkness, any light that hits it, and it lands on you. And you get a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Wonderful. That is noted by the green marks on each of you, and then the red on you, Cypher, is your concentration.
Is that a one and done? Is Bless a one and done, or is it a duration?
Perpetuating is a concentration spell.
1 minute.
Yeah. Wonderful. And with that, the creatures go. They have been looming in the darkness, and you can see why they were so hard to perceive, but now they move, and they move shockingly fast for something that looks quite decrepit. I need Algernon. Oh, it just happens. Oh no. Algernon needs to make a Constitution saving throw,
That
first
he
of
can
all.
do.
Oh no.
13.
Algernon is fine.
Oh, good. Okay. I mean, he's like not real to begin with, but like
There's that.
shadows
But
that I have made look like a puppy.
Algernon does also take 5 points of necrotic damage.
He's fine.
And I'm going to imagine you can feel this. You and Algernon are quite connected. There is something about being close to this creature that is unsettling. And it is going to then attack. 60 feet, actually. Let's see how far away Haver is, because it's not like that. It's not close enough. That's all right. Looks down at Algernon. I need Algernon to make another Constitution saving throw.
Do that.
Boy.
12.
Rough.
I think you mean rough.
Woof. Algernon growling, baring his teeth.
9 o'clock.
This creature looks down, and a piercing gaze locks with your wolf's eyes, and a hardening begins to pass over Algernon, taking 19 points of necrotic damage.
He's still okay. This is what he's here for, is what I need to tell myself. That, like, he's literally a damage sponge for me.
And Gabbro, you see coming out of the darkness, running from the trees, this creature, its long arms sort of swaying as it goes, and its tattered dark robes almost falling off of its withered form. And as it comes, its mouth is actually still somewhat tight, like a humanoid. But as it begins to wail, this is the one that hadn't spoken yet. Its jaw just drops and drops and drops, and you see the lips curl and curl and curl as it and its eyes bear into you. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
While he's making that Constitution saving throw, I was holding my action until I can see it. / it's in 120 feet. So can I do
Yep.
my action now?
You may.
Perfect. Kaja is going to cast Guiding Bolt. Love
Love a guiding bolt.
Yeah, that's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then damage, we'll see. And then that's 9 radiant damage. So she calls down
Wonderful.
and says, "Embrace death with dignity," and a silvery white light erupts on top of this creature for 9 damage.
Ooh.
Like a bolt of holy lightning straight from Kaja. It strikes this creature, and as its eyes stare at Gabbro, you see the light flickers through where there should be eyes, and you see they're just dark, hollow sockets with this withering, decaying skin. How did you do, Gabbro?
Let's see how I did. I did pretty good.
And listen, you're a paladin. It doesn't know that.
+4 and +2 on top of that because of my aura. So it's
It
like,
has no idea what's going on.
so do I know where this attack comes? Was this from it looking at me, or was it?
It is just from its gaze.
I see. I understand you, abomination. Don't worry, you shall return to the earth shortly.
At least you're consistent. And Gabbro, with that, it is your turn.
Excellent. I am running up on this dude. Step 1.
And you get an advantage on this roll, by the way.
Oh,
As
correct.
forget in my-
Oh, it's so good. All right, here's what I do. The first thing is compel duel. I am your opponent.
All right, let's see.
As a bonus
Wisdom?
action, I compel
Yeah,
you.
that's a fail. He is compelled.
You are fighting me. Then, big old Mesa Disruption swing coming in hot.
Come at me.
Here we go.
Oh, actually, I also need you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw at the
No
start of your turn. And then you may roll your attack.
I shall do so.
Oh,
All right.
Gabbro.
And I also have +2 on top of that. From
Thank
my
God
aura.
for that +2. Thank you, Earth.
Thank you, Earth. You are always protecting me when I need it most.
Gabbro, this creature continues to stare at you, the divine light from Kaja's strike still bouncing around and giving it this little glimmer of illumination.
Keep looking, beast.
And you
I
look
want
at
your
it.
master to remember me.
And you begin to feel that tie that binds you to the earth, the thing that makes it so that you walk and you feel the earth beneath you with every step, and disconnecting with both feet would be insane. Why would you do that?
That would be terrible.
For a moment, it's like you've jumped.
Oh, I do
And
not
you
like
feel the earth reach up to you and ground you as something attempts to untether you for just a moment.
I do not like you, beast.
And you swing.
Mace of Disruption, go. Go, fancy stick.
Oh, buddy. Hey, that's a roll for you.
That's a 25 with 7 bludgeoning damage and 12 radiant if it is an undead or a fiend.
Rough.
That is a hard bonk. So,
You wail on this guy, and it is also a magical attack, correct?
yes.
Your mace slams into this creature, and fully the divine sparks fly off of it, Kaja's strike melding with the blow from this mace.
Oh.
And it sparks down the chest. It doesn't have any metal to strike off of. It is just raw divine power as
I
it
just rolled again to
carves
see if I
down.
got advantage. See if I got a crit on the advantage. But anyways, go ahead.
Beautiful. No, you're doing so good. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
And you slam into it, dealing a significant chunk of damage.
So now that I've carved out a section of this, I would like to use my second attack action to perform a shove with the intention of bringing this creature prone face down into the dirt.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll. It's contested athletics.
Yes. And here I go.
Oh, it's a 19 versus a 19.
Get in the dirt!
That's crazy. Yeah, and a contested roll, it goes to you. So yes, you shove him prone. That's nuts pants. Yes, you push him down, and as you do, your hands push in, and you feel it's like grabbing the outside of charred wood as you push him down.
Ugh. You feel gross. I want you to know this. You're a gross abomination.
You're gross. And as Gabbro proclaims, you're gross. Bevan, it is your turn. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I fucking know.
Oh, you don't have my +2 anymore.
Buddy. Ouch.
Does Bless
You
give me any addition to saving throws?
You,
Nothing.
yes.
Yes. it
Run
does.
D4.
It's
1d4
a
to saving
D4.
throws.
Is that even going to do anything to save me here, though? It is a 4, which brings me to 11.
All right. It's good. You. Hold on. Let's see here. You look at this creature as it begins to fall backwards from Gabbro's heavy shove, and it lands in the dirt looking directly at you. And you feel the sense of vertigo for a moment. And you are temporarily, let's see here. Oh no, you feel this wave of painful necrotic energy pass through you, pulsing off of this creature. You take 19 points of psychic damage as you stare into this creature's face.
And I want to be clear too, as this is happening, I'm facing the other direction, but I still see and feel this happening.
Correct.
Because I cannot look away, because there is no way that I can look that is away. Because of my robe. Or my cloak.
Yes, you are the one that in particular
you're
looking at it.
This is the most like fucked up thing you could throw at me as soon as I put this fucking cloak on.
I wrote this months ago.
I know.
And when you were like, "Hey,
I
so
know.
how about this robe?" I was like,
this is gonna be real fucking clever. This is a great one. I'm gonna.
"Hey, bud."
Yeah.
And you have a disadvantage on attack rolls against our friend here. So, you go to avert your eyes. This thing is horrifying to look at it. And like when you looked at the tree line before, you look straight back at it. And you are hit with this wave of agonizing, cracking necrosis. But it is still your turn.
Can't escape it. I jump out of the tree. And I charge directly at it. And as I do so, I cast Darkness.
Rad.
Centered on it. So we are engulfed in darkness. The three of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
What's the radius on it?
just a few guys in the darkness. Darkness does... It gives a wall of text, but doesn't tell me the radius. 15 feet. 15-foot area.
Nope.
And I'm centering it on the ghoulish character.
I'm just drawing it, and you know how this app goes.
You know how it goes.
15-foot radius?
15-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how this game works, I promise.
Big old dark area.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
That's good. You stay close to me, and
And
then
that-
you'll be protected.
That is an action.
Yes, it is.
But I would like to, if I could, as a...
Oh shit!
Nah,
I didn't mean to
actually...
do that.
No, that's not nice.
Never mind. No,
It's fine.
Ignore that.
I can see both
doing
of
good.
them, though, because I can see in complete darkness, even magical darkness, within 10 feet of myself.
Correct. You're special. Great. That, Gabbro, you push this creature to the ground, and then Bevan comes running in from the side, and suddenly it's dark. It's just really dark. It's raining into the darkness, but it is dark.
Water! Why do you confound me so?
It's fine. He's still right in front of you.
Kaja, it's your turn. You were looking at Gabbro pushing this creature down, and now there's just another bubble of darkness. Why does this keep happening?
Kasha starts muttering expletives in Celestial because she's confused why this would be a decision. But she's like, guess I'll just go over here.
Fine.
So she's gonna use her full movement to go over to the other creature, which I am assuming is still alive. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep, it's still alive. And this one, she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt once again, but this one, she's gonna be a little bit less clinical, more like actively annoyed about it.
Great.
Is a 27 hit?
Yeah. Mhm.
I've always wanted to be on the other side of something like that. Being said, and this one's a second level guiding bolt. So we'll see how much damage. That's a 17. So this
Oh,
one,
Yeah.
she points at her mace towards the creature and just says in Celestial, "You are ruining what should be a very, very nice research trip." And yeah, that the same not golden, like silvery white light that you saw before just kind of doubles in size and just crashes down on this creature.
Incredible. Everyone that isn't Bevan and Gabro see this happening.
We ain't seen shit.
And you see the light bouncing through it like crackling energy as it skitters both through the eyes, and you actually catch it going through its long extended jaw as well. It has the next attack on it has advantage.
Oh.
No better
Powerful.
sections for me right now.
Okay, that's a lot. You did good. Pell.
So would a spell cast on it have advantage?
Any attack rolls have
And so
advantage.
it says making a ranged attack roll, that would count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to scoot around Kaja so I don't...
Pell, first, unfortunately, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm in
Oh, no, you can't see it. You can't see it. Never mind.
I was like, oh no.
You cannot see it, so you are actually
Oh, wait. No, yes, I
fine.
can, because I can see through any magical
At
120 feet.
Yeah, then yes, you do.
Yes. In fairness, I don't
Yeah.
want to. Constitution saving throw?
Correct.
Don't forget your plus D4.
9. Ooh, plus a D4, which is probably still bad, but 12?
Hey, 12, unfortunately, is not enough. Oh, God.
Fine.
Pal, you take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
How does Pell look after that 11?
Let me do math, and then I'll let you know.
Not
Pell
great.
looks not great. not
Cool.
not the worst, but like real bad hit.
Now you can run around.
Ow. All right, I'm gonna run to where I was. Algernon is gonna bite.
Great. Good for Algernon.
21.
Yes.
So that does 6 piercing damage. As well as it needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw. And that's the first saving throw it does after Mind Sliver, and so it will have to roll a D4.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. It's a 3. How's 3
great.
do?
3, it's knocked prone, I believe. Yep, it is prone.
We're all prone today.
So it has disadvantage on attack, and
And melee attacks have advantage.
and it can only crawl. So yeah, good boy, Algernon.
Can only crawl until it stands up.
Yeah. Okay, if I have advantage on, or no, that would have been the next attack on him. Could I roll
Correct.
Algernon's attack a second time to see if it's crit?
Wait, yes, it was advantage from Kaja's.
Yeah. I'll roll Algernon to see if he crits.
Go for it.
But
No.
Nope.
So, good boy.
Good boy. Still a very good boy. I'm gonna hit him with, like, I'm hurt and starting to get frustrated, and this thing is just not going down. And so I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt at it.
Ha 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 ha.
20 to hit.
Yes, absolutely. What kind of damage? Poison?
Got
Ooh.
poison damage for a total of 12.
Your poison damage goes barreling through, and Chaos Bolt What does it look like when you cast it?
For me, it like starts as a little shadow, and as I kind of charge it up, it starts flickering through all these different elements. And as it hurtles through the air, it kind of starts flickering through fire and ice and shadow. And as it nears about 5 feet away from him, it settles up into this acidic green kind of point and just hits him straight through the throat.
The poison goes for the throat, hitting a bit of the extended long jaw, and just absorbs into it.
Interesting. All right. Oh wait, I would have advantage on that too, because it's a spell that I'm making while Algernon is attacking. Can I roll that again to see if I do a crit?
You are technically at a break even because he is prone and it's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So we're going to call that a break even. And you did hit, but no, I will tell you right now, no amount of critical damage will help you.
Even if it's but because it's Chaos Bolt, if it's a crit hit with a different kind of damage, would that affect it?
You're not going to be able to re-roll right now to find out.
Just trying to look. I'm just trying to see.
Hey, I appreciate the hustle. I'm not mad about it. Fabulous. Next up is Haver, and Haver, seeing what is going on here, is going to actually move.
Wait.
What?
There is something that this should be correct. The direwolf had advantage on the second one. It was a higher one, and the second one was higher damage. It did crit damage, so it should take 15 piercing damage instead of 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Math.
Sorry.
Good.
All right. Lots of moving pieces.
Game with math, our favorite game. Wonderful. Haver just moves to the side, seeing you get close, and kind of ducks among the trees and is going to try and shoot the one that Algernon has been biting. And will hit. And has to keep rolling other dice to accomplish his goals. Wonderful. You see Haver again loose an arrow, and it strikes just above Algernon's bite marks on it. First and second. The second one actually misses, going through some of the fabric that is draping off of it. And that is Haver's turn. Next is Cypher. Cypher, I need you. Oh, no, never mind. You can't see it.
Curse you, Rain!
Dark Rain.
Just shouting.
You have to do a Constitution saving throw anyway for my concentration, right?
No, you have not been hit.
Okay. If I am holding concentration, I can still cast another spell so long as it's not
Another concentration spell. Correct.
I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness.
Cool.
21. 10
Yeah,
poison damage.
that is going to hit.
But it would
What does your
also
Ray of Sickness look like?
Drawn. It's a greenish energy, greenish with hints of purple going throughout it. Kind of looks not unlike rain, actually, but it's kind of, instead of falling down like gravity, it falls in on itself, in and out, as it expands over the space.
You need to hold out for like 5 minutes.
Such begging. The Ray of Sickness shoots through the area. You said it also strikes Algernon?
Yeah.
What is that damage? Is it an area that it hits, or does Algernon have a save?
It's 10 poison damage. Constitution saving throw.
All right, so Algernon needs to roll a con save. Oh, none for Algernon.
Oh no. Nothing
He's
for
still-
Algernon today.
He's still okay. No, Algernon is performing exactly as Algernon should be performing.
Correct. Cypher, you see your Ray of Sickness shoot through the air, and a moment before you did see Pell's bolt strike, and you thought it might have been green, and it just washed over it like the rain had just slapped it a little bit. And this time you know. The ray of sickness splatters across its chest and just seeps in, doing no damage.
I immediately shout out, it appears magic isn't affecting them. Melee and ranged weapons only.
And on that note, it is our friend's turn again. We love a friend, right?
Get up, I dare you. I can't see you. The rain is blocking my view, but I am taunting you still.
Incredible. The one on Algernon looks to the dog, but then turns its whole head, its jaw slightly lagging behind at Cypher. Cypher, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sanka, please.
Dang.
21.
It looks to you, and you feel it begin to harden over your body, the feeling of necrosis hardening your flesh. It's not unfamiliar. And there's something about your reserve and your consciousness being aware of this that you manage to rebuff a lot of what would hurt as your flesh cracks. You only take 6 points of necrotic damage. And the other one in darkness is going to blindly flail and let's see. Let's play the fun game. And is going to try and strike blindly. Bevan, does an 8 hit?
Not this time, no.
He also has disadvantage, and how dare he attack someone other than me?
That was the lovely disadvantage roll, and thank God for disadvantage. You can feel, well, you see in the darkness this thing blindly swing at you.
Okay.
Missing.
So I confirm that it can't see worth a shit.
Correct.
Can I ask a mechanics question quick?
Of course.
Would I have gotten sneak attack damage as well, and would that have given the creature damage at all?
It knew that you were present, but yes, it was engaged, so you would get sneak attack damage, but not on the spell, because that is a class ability.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Fabulous. And that is their turn. They did their thing. Back to the top, Gabbro.
All right. Is it still prone? Or do I even know that?
You don't know. I will say you heard it shuffling around. Both of them stood up in place.
Okay. All right, then. Then I guess I'm just going to swing away.
You are blind, if I'm not mistaken, so it is a disadvantage.
Unless you can see in magical dark.
I cannot.
You don't have, like, seismic feet or something?
No. All right, first swing. That is a 13.
13 does not hit.
All right, second swing. That is a 9.
Does not hit. You swing blindly, almost hitting Bevan. No effect.
I can't tag him in this.
Too high.
Rain.
It's very hunched over.
This is not as helpful as you think it is.
Magical darkness, so good. Anything else from you, Gabbro?
That's what I've got. If I've got a bonus action left, all of my bonus actions are things for when I hit things. So I guess I will apply a blade word to myself.
Oh, blade word, just for Gabro.
Yeah.
Bevan, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Because I
Yeah,
can
+2.
still see it.
You have +2 to that.
Oh, fantastic. 20, so that'll be a 23,
You're doing good.
and I can add another 4 on that if they'll make a difference.
You're fine.
All right,
Everything's fine.
dope. I am going to, as I was Naruto running into the darkness, I drew both of my short swords. And so, yeah, one is coming just as a straight overhand slash. Will a 9 do it?
Bless.
It's an A for
Oh.
effort.
Will
You're blessed.
will a 10 do it?
It's an A for effort.
I am going to go ahead and take another swing with my offhand.
Great. Fabulous.
Will a...
But you have two short swords?
I have 2 short swords.
All right. Yeah, 19
is the
definitely
bless
hits.
over now, or is it still
Nope.
there?
Bless lasts as long as you keep it up.
Yeah. So 19 does hit, though?
But you did take damage, though. So go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You're fine.
17.
You're good.
All right.
That definitely beats a 10.
So yeah, Bevan swings first hand at the flailing thingamajig, whatever this ghouly thing is. The first one misses, but then with the second one, comes in with the left hand, catching it, but only doing actually 4 points of damage there. Offhand, my modifier is 3.
Wonderful.
We're getting a little bit.
Yeah, you got something, but now you're starting to really gather that every strike, even though you're taking pieces off of it, you cut into this horrible robe that it's wearing, you've rended off pieces of this kind of weird, hardly ashen flesh. It's not hurting it as much as you would like it to.
I yell back in Cypher's direction. I don't know, swords don't seem to be doing too much either.
My mace did real good.
Kaja.
Wait, if Bevan can see it and it can't see him, doesn't Bevan have advantage?
But I also had disadvantage from
Oh, because
the last time it got me.
Okay.
Well,
So it's-
Yeah, it's a
Cancel out.
yeah. All
there's
right.
a lot of advantages and disadvantages
Right.
being thrown around.
I know, right? And
Oh.
D.
Up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be really funny. So right before Kasha takes off in the direction of the other creature that she can actually attempt to see, she'll turn to Pell and say, just basically good luck and infernal, because she knows that.
I'm like, I have a moment of like, oh shit, what have I said in Infernal?
And she just kind of like says it with like a little bit of a wink, and that's healing word, and you get a whopping 5 HP.
It helps. Look, when you have as little HP as I have, it does count.
Heck
Sure.
yeah. And then with her movement, she'll go over to here, where she can definitely see this creature now. So I don't know if you want to do
Correct.
effect before or after the
You're good.
Okay.
You don't need to do it right now.
Bet. So then she will use a class action and will turn to the creature and say, well, now I will tip the scales into my favor. And they have to... Wait, is it just automatic?
What's the range?
30 feet. I'm cursing it, essentially. But
Cool.
it doesn't
Love
say
this.
that it doesn't say that it has that there's anything saves. It just says that it does it.
Let me look at the thing. I think I know what the thing is. You can also put it in the roll 20 thing.
Yeah,
It's a wisdom save.
it is. Okay.
Bestow. You touch a creature, you must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be cursed for the duration of the spell. When you cast
It's a great spell. Hey, guess what? It's a 7.
Hey, that works. And with that action, now this creature is cursed, and so you'll probably see kind of that silvery feel, the silvery things that you would see with her guiding bolt. But now it's just kind of like that shimmer, that afterglow shimmer is almost like a little bit more. So next time, with anybody's attack, the creature will be vulnerable to all of that attack's damage. So that's the curse that has been bestowed upon this creature.
Incredible.
And that's the end of her turn.
That's beastly. All right, then we are on to Pell.
Yeah, seeing the poison and magic's not doing too much. Can I shoot around Kaja, or would I have to move to get around?
No, you could just shoot it. You could just shoot.
We're just gonna assume that we're all really good shooters.
Yeah, Kaja would probably also expect that you would be doing long range attacks.
Well, for starters, Algernon's gonna bite.
Good, yeah. Good boy.
At 9. Really not.
Good try.
Doing his best.
He gets a mouthful of the horrible, like, kind of soppy, wet, really gross-looking material.
And I'm gonna get frustrated and huff and take down my crossbow and hit him with a 21 plus blessed, but I think a 21 hits.
21's gonna hit.
Total damage 12.
And
nice.
They're vulnerable to.
They're vulnerable to it. So, hey, Pell, kill it.
Right. So as I'm taking my crossbow down, I'm like looking at my hands, and they're kind of like a little smoky with magic. And it's just like, no, sometimes Bevan's right, and this is better. And just line it up like Bevan taught me, pull my trigger, and it goes beautifully over Kaja's left shoulder and over Algernon's right shoulder. And it hits it straight in the throat where my poison dart had hit it before. And this time it sticks.
And it lands really solidly. Kaja, and Cypher, you're close enough to hear it impact. It sounds like it's hitting hollow wood as it impacts, and the bolt sticks through the rest of the way, coming out just a little bit through the back, and the creature rocks forward, back, and then forward again and falls into the leaves, the rain falling on it.
And what gives it away for Pell is Algernon howls and disappears. Once what he's attacking is no more, he's gone.
He brings it back in his mouth, and he's
yeah. So he turns and trots back, and as he's trotting back, the smoke is disappearing. And I tell him he's a good dog, and knowing that he's gone, I'm going to take my movement then, and start lining up. And I am done with him then.
Wonderful. Great turn. Then we're on to Haver. Haver, who looks around, looks at Pell, kind of shrugs.
Thanks.
Yeah. And he is going to run forward and hold. I'm gonna go this way and hold. He's running towards the tree where everyone was kind of huddled beforehand, and he's gonna hold his shot, holding his bow at the ready. All right, into the darkness we go. Oh wait, Cypher, you're not in the darkness.
Cypher's out of the darkness.
For once.
I don't even want to go in the darkness, which is odd for me. How does Haver look?
Dead. Yes.
Haver looks fine. Haver looks really alert.
Right. How does Kaja look?
I'm fine. Nothing that's hit me.
Well, into the darkness I go then. Feeling around until I find someone.
Wow. Bevan.
Hey, buddy.
Bevan, Gabriel, are you in here?
Yeah, we got
Stealth
it right
staff.
here.
I need to be able to see to attack.
The treacherous water has taken our sight.
I'm gonna hold my action until hopefully the darkness is gone.
What are you holding?
I am holding an attack with my my cool little squiggly dagger in the art that you can see. It's like a
Cool,
it's
love
like,
it.
It's like Defar's dagger.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. And you're gonna throw it
I'm gonna melee stab with it.
if it gets within melee.
Well, I can be within melee. I'm still feeling around it, Bevan.
I think you only had 30 up to where you were.
Oh, that spot was 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna throw it.
It's for special friend.
I know, it's so special.
Throw it.
I'll throw a random dagger then.
A dagger. Any dagger will do.
Not the nice one.
Not my squiggly one.
These are
Not your
these are my throwing daggers, not these nice ones. These are stabbing and these are throwing.
Perfect. I accept this. Great. Then it is on to the guy. He is going to open his jaw just a little further, and only really Bevan can see this, but boy, it's unsettling, and it kind of drops. It's almost at its hunched over waist as it lets out this very low moan. And Bevan, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Bevan, is it being gross again?
Oh god, it got grosser. It got worse.
Add 2 to that.
Add 2 to that
Like a
as well as a D4. So it'll be a 16.
That's good because I rolled extremely well.
Buffs for days, yo.
Yeah, listen, it's fine. Because you only take half of 35 necrotic damage.
Oh, good.
So we're gonna go with I can do math. 17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
How's Bevan looking? Because I can see
None of
Bevan.
us know.
I can't. I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pell knows.
Not great. He's been better. He's shook.
For sure.
Okay.
You've probably not seen him so shook.
Oh no.
Maybe you're starting to
Feel bad?
Feel
Not
like-
yet. I just killed an awesome thing and it was
Oh.
cool.
No. Now maybe you're starting to get some insight as to why he didn't want to bring you. He's fucking scared.
And the creature kind of leans forward and back, kind of rocking in place, the rain falling and disappearing inside of the folds of its horrible flesh. That's its turn. Top of the order, Gabbro.
So, Dungeon Master.
Yes.
This fancy stick I have. It is said that it can shed bright light within a 20-foot radius. Is
Correct.
light from this weapon not magical?
It is just light.
Shit. All right.
It's magical, but as far as the power of the spell on the scepter versus the power of the darkness spell, I would rate a darkness spell at a higher magical level.
Then I shall
and,
swing away.
At the top of this, Gabbro, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
I take it with pride. Is that the best you've got, beast? Disadvantage swing. Number 1. Oh, I think I got him this
Damn. That's a big ol' hit.
time. All right. So
27.
that is 10 bludgeoning plus 7 radiant. And I would like to then engage my other ability, Divine Smite. I'm going to add Divine Smite to that. It takes an extra D8 if it is an undead, which, is it?
It is?
I think it is. All right, so first part of the damage is 2d8 And then the next part of the damage is 1d8 because it's undead. Roll it. Roll it.
Maybe not. No, it's decided no. It's like, hey, maybe this guy's cool.
Maybe that's
Okay, there
enough.
we go. Haha.
Maybe you've done enough. It says.
Even
Hey,
more
Gabbro.
damage.
Gabbro, my dear Earth one, please kill it.
I pound it into the ground like a stake with my magical light mace. Just return to the earth. And with the final one, I want a burst of light that dispels the darkness.
Wonderful. In the dark, everyone can see these sparks as this holy mace wails into this creature. 1, 2, 3, and the sparks fly off every time, like flint striking in absolute darkness. And with the last one, a huge wave of light explodes, pushing against the natural darkness that Bevan has emitted in this area.
And as a huge burst of light explodes, this robe, this fucking cloak is cursed. As a huge flash of light explodes,
It's true.
next to me, Bevan, you just hear him. The darkness just like drops instantly, and you see him just like bent over, holding his face.
How's that cloak working out?
As Bevan is blinded,
What?
the rain falling on these creatures. That's where we're going to end our session tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on Mercs of Mischief for session 4 of Those Lost, journey into the mysterious realm of the Hollow. We're going to go around. We're going to do a final goodbye. I have been Kai, your Dungeon Bartholomew Master, and you can find me here in a week. Jade.
Hey y'all, I'm Jade Valkyrie. I do lots of content creation, hosting, producing, and cosplaying. And you can find me Mondays over at Feywild and Out. And here on Wednesdays playing D&D, but also on my own channel on Thursdays playing who knows what game. But just follow me on my socials and you can find all of my nerdy content there.
Sure. Next is Puck.
I am Puck. You can see me Dungeon Master on Mondays, and also other things in my link tree. I am getting various achievements done on my achievement quest, and I will also be world building a whole new world that will be coming in a future game at some point, and you can check that out. And I will be killing many more undead in the Wednesdays to come.
That was so fun and satisfying. All right, next we have Jonathan.
I am Jonathan, he, him. I'm the producer around here, so when you see the shows, I'm probably behind it. If I'm not, they'll let you know. We do have a couple more things coming up this year. At least one more thing where we're going to have some guest production. But I don't know if that's a thing we've announced yet, so I'm not going to announce it. But yeah, check me out here Mondays and Wednesdays for now, and wherever else you can find me in my link tree.
Fabulous. Arcady.
Hi, I'm Arcady. You can mostly find me hanging out over my Twitter, which is Arcady Pashka, where I post makeup and cosplay and pictures of my cat. Otherwise, you can find me here being the sweetest cinnamon roll who still thinks this is a great idea, because ultimately I actually didn't take all that much damage. And you can find me also on Mondays, where I play another squishy character, but less compassionate to the rest of the team? Question mark? I don't know yet. It's hard to reach. It's hard to read.
Oh
So you're just gonna have to
my.
show up Monday and find out why.
Sure. Go into Magical Canada.
I love Magical
Absolutely.
Canada. Nothing bad ever happens in Magical Canada.
Nothing. There's a couple corrupt governors, and that's probably all there is.
Shocking.
No
Shocking.
ghosts. Nothing dangerous.
No good.
Saber.
Hey everybody, Saber here, playing Cypher. Probably my favorite character I've ever made in D&D. I hope you can figure out classes now, because I saw in the chat somebody asked, and I want to know if you know. You should
Right? You guys
engage
need
with
to
us. Thank you so much for being here with us. Always so much fun.
Just a quick note for all those who joined us today, all raiders. We do have it in follower-only mode. You have to unfollow for a week, just because it's been a bad week for bad raids. But you guys all seem real cool, so you'll be able to chat next week.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us, for watching our VOD, and for rating this fun game. We'll see you all in a week. You can find me, Kai, your Dungeon Master, over on all social media platforms, but mostly on Twitter as Estella of Mladris. And you'll find me here next week as we delve deeper into the Hollow on Of Those Lost. Until then, have a good night, and don't let the Bodax bite.
Farewell.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles, maybe it's just me. But you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect valley for your quest. In the lands of no man, you guys built a snowman and said that this adventure was the best. It's the